It looks like the spotlight has once again found its way back to Selena Gomez, the beloved pop sensation who's no stranger to capturing hearts and headlines. But this time, it's not a red carpet appearance, a viral TikTok, or a new beauty launch that's got the internet buzzing. No, this time it's something far more mysterious and emotional. Whispers have taken over social media, a rumored secret song, one that's allegedly overflowing with deeply personal, painfully raw lyrics. A song that fans believe is aimed straight at none other than Justin Bieber, her infamous ex-boyfriend, the man who's been both muse and heartache in one of the most public love stories of the last decade. Yes, that Justin Bieber. And if the rumors are true, this track isn't just any breakup ballad. It's a time capsule, a confessional, a final letter from Selena, one she never mailed, but might be preparing to sing. According to what fans have pieced together through cryptic clues, Selena has allegedly recorded a hidden song that never made it to the public. One that's said to be so specific, so intimate, that only she and Justin would truly understand the references. We're talking about references to hotel rooms in Paris, secret voicemails, handwritten notes, the kind of detail that only two people in the world would recognize. And those who claim to have insider knowledge describe the track as emotionally devastating. Some even say Justin has already heard it. Now let's pause right here. This is not the first time the world has speculated that Selena poured her soul into a song about Justin. From The Heart Wants What It Wants to Lose You to Love Me, her discography has been laced with vulnerability, heartbreak, and lyrical honesty. But this new track, if real, is said to go even deeper. And it might just be the final chapter in the decade-long saga that fans can't stop rewatching like an emotional Netflix series. To understand the impact of this rumored song, we have to go back to where it all began. Selena and Justin's relationship started in 2010, when they were barely more than teenagers. He was the global pop phenom, she was Disney royalty. Together, they were magnetic, and for a while, it looked like they might just beat the odds. But of course, they didn't. The breakups, the reconciliations, the subtle Instagram jabs, the cryptic tweets, and perhaps most tellingly, the songs. Always the songs. Selena released The Heart Wants What It Wants in 2014, a brutally honest track complete with a tearful voiceover intro that sent shockwaves through the fan base. Justin clapped back emotionally with Nothing Like Us, a raw piano ballad from his Believe acoustic album. Then came Sorry, Love Yourself, Lose You to Love Me, Ghost. It was like watching two people have a soul-bearing conversation through music over the span of a decade without ever speaking directly to each other. Every chorus was a confession, every lyric a letter never sent. So the idea that Selena may have another song, one never released, a secret track that's essentially the final chapter in this emotional dialogue, it's not just believable, it's expected. Here's where things take a turn. According to certain reports and social media chatter, Justin has already heard this rumored song, and his reaction? Not anger, not denial, not silence, emotion. Sources say it stirred something in him, something real, something unresolved. Apparently, it even led to a serious late-night heart-to-heart conversation between Justin and his wife, Hailey Bieber. One insider described the conversation as reflective and heavy. Not a fight, but a moment of truth. Now let's be honest, being married to someone who has this kind of complicated, emotionally unresolved history with their ex, it can't be easy, especially when that ex is Selena Gomez, one of the most adored women on the planet. And especially when your own marriage is constantly under the scrutiny of fans who never stopped rooting for Jelena. This rumored song doesn't just reopen emotional wounds for Selena and Justin, it pulls Hailey into the conversation too, once again. For years, Hailey has faced relentless comparisons to Selena, fan theories, hate comments, TikTok edits splicing her moments against Jelena's memories. And now, if this secret song really exists and is as emotionally raw as it's said to be, Hailey has to face the possibility that part of her husband's heart may still be entangled in a story that should have ended years ago. Imagine that. Imagine living with someone who says they've moved on, only to hear a song that suggests otherwise, one that reopens chapters you thought had been closed and locked. For Hailey, the emotional toll of constantly living in the shadow of this love story must be enormous. And while she has often carried herself with strength and grace, no one is immune to pain. This rumored track might not just be triggering for fans, it could be deeply disruptive for the very real marriage caught in the middle of this media storm. But this story isn't just about what the song does to Justin and Hailey. It's also about what it does for Selena. For her, this might be the closure she's never had, the release she never gave herself, a way of saying everything she couldn't say in interviews or documentaries, a final artistic purge of emotions that have haunted her for over a decade. Because if this track really exists, and if it is as personal as insiders claim, then it's not just music, it's therapy, it's release, it's bravery. And releasing something like that, knowing how the world will pick it apart, that takes courage, that takes power, that takes someone who's ready to move on, even if the world isn't. Now let's talk about the fan side of this saga, because this is where the lines start to blur. For years, fans have projected their own emotions, hopes, and heartbreaks onto Selena and Justin's story. They've read between every lyric, decoded every Instagram story, analyzed every paparazzi photo, and honestly, it's not just obsession, it's emotional investment. Because many of us grew up with Jelena. We felt their ups and downs, their highs and heartbreaks mirrored our own teenage romances. And now, even years later, many still hold on to the idea that they were meant to be, that someday they'll come full circle. So when rumors surface of a hidden song, fans don't just hear music, they hear a new episode. They rejoin the emotional journey they never fully left. But here's the thing, are we seeing truth, or are we just hearing what we want to hear? Is this rumored song a real chapter, or a projection of nostalgia and fantasy by a fan base that never got the ending it wanted? Whether this song exists or not, one thing is clear. The story of Selena, Justin, and Hailey remains emotionally charged. Not just because of what they experienced, but because of how we experienced it with them. Selena and Justin's relationship was never simple. It wasn't clean, it wasn't linear. It was passionate, complicated, public, and deeply, undeniably real. That's why it still lingers in the cultural consciousness. And now, years later, if this song is real, if Selena truly recorded a final musical letter to Justin, then it marks the last page of a love story that shaped a generation of fans. But here's where we zoom out. This isn't just about celebrity drama. This is about heartbreak, healing, growth, the kind that comes slowly and painfully. It's about Selena finding peace through music, about Justin confronting parts of himself he thought were buried, about Hailey navigating an impossible emotional triangle with grace. And it's about all of us learning to let go of stories that, while beautiful, weren't built to last. Because in the end, the music isn't just theirs, it becomes ours. Their pain, their love, their confusion. It turns into lyrics we scream in the car, melodies we cry to in our bedrooms, soundtracks to our own heartbreaks. So whether the song exists or not, whether it's just fan fiction or a real musical memoir waiting to be heard, what matters is what it represents. Courage, vulnerability, truth, and maybe, just maybe, healing. As fans, maybe it's time to stop fueling the triangle, to stop projecting our hopes onto their lives. Maybe it's time to start offering grace instead of speculation, compassion instead of judgment. Because if there's one thing this entire saga has taught us, it's this: vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. And in a world that constantly watches and judges, choosing to feel, to love, to grieve, to let go is the bravest thing any of us can do.